Juan Roque. Oh, we remember that name. Juan Roque, you were the left tackle in charge of keeping Jake Plummer upright during that great run in 96-97.
Yeah, it was a great run. A lot of great memories, and memories of you too, Bruce. Even when I was first starting in '94 as a sophomore, and when you look at it now from the eyes of a 50-year-old, it just seems like a lifetime ago. It seems like just a long time ago. A lot of life has happened between then and now, but it doesn't make it any less special. It doesn't make it any less nostalgic. And even at 50, it feels like it was just 5 minutes ago, which is the crazy thing, right? About football, about sports, about the interactions even we had. It feels like it's been 10 minutes ago. And here we are now, all these years later, and with the same energy and the same passion that we had back then.
And I feel like I was part of that 97 Rose Bowl.
You were.
I was so invested. But and I have my memories about that, but I want you to share with us, what's your biggest takeaway, your biggest memory back then?
The biggest memory really is just the guys. It's having that camaraderie all the way from winter conditioning to spring football, having a guy like J.R. Redmond join the team in spring and seeing immediately that we had something special going. When you look at the core of what we had coming back in spring, and then you had a kid like J.R. Redmond come in, and we saw what he had, and then we went into the fall, and then Jeremy Stott joined the team. We knew we had lightning in a bottle at that point. And that's the biggest nostalgia, is looking back going, we had not only do we have a great group of athletes and football players, but a great group of young men.
One of the things that really stands out to me, I went into that year not really expecting much, but then there was a big Nebraska win, put you on the map. And so then you go undefeated, had some great wins over UCLA and then overtime at USC, and then here we are in the Rose Bowl against Ohio State, a win, and we're national champions. Right. And I'm going to say we, because like I said,
yes,
I'm invested.
Absolutely we.
Yeah,
it was our time.
And we're that close. So when you guys come together as a group, as a team, when you have a reunion and reminisce, what do you guys talk about the most?
We actually talk more about life as it is now. We talk about the stories about what happened, like with Pat Tillman and the Javelina up in Tonazona. We don't really get into a lot of the games, to be honest with you. It's one of those crazy things where we're just so happy to be back together.
Talking about your career and your stop in Detroit, I understand that's where he met his wife. We're going to hear about that. Talk to me.
Yes, I moved to Detroit in May of '97. I wanted to live in Southeast Michigan, just become part of the community. It didn't go as well as I thought it would. NFL is a whole different world. It is a change, not only in mentality, but in approach. I mean, you're professional, and the men that you're with are professionals. There's still the locker room, there's still the guys, there's still teammates, there's all those elements of sport, but it's serious business. A lot of these guys, this is how they pay the mortgage, this is how they make a living, and you have to get on that mentality quick. Be great living in Detroit. I lived there for 9 years, so even after football ended, I stayed. My wife is from Allen Park, Michigan.
Let's talk about that. And talk about how you met your wife.
I met her in 1998. I was actually on injured reserve. I wasn't playing at the time, so I was kind of having a rough time, and I met her, and she was just like that breath of fresh air. We just connected, we bonded. I was a 24-year-old kid from South Ontario, California, this beautiful young woman, 20-year-old from Allen Park, Michigan. Complete opposites, right? She grew up on one side of the country, I grew up on the other, but we just had a chemistry that I can't even explain. I'm married for almost 25, and we have a beautiful 23-year-old son, and we've just gone through a lot together. We had to go through the transition from football to regular life, moving to Arizona. I'll be transparent. I had some issues with my personal life, substance abuse, things like that, and she just always was my rock. And here I am now, age 50. We're in a time of our lives where we're just really enjoying a lot of the good things.
And here's the deal: to show you how he's a true Sun Devil, his wife and his son got degrees from where?
From Arizona State.
Oh, how about that?
Yes.
All right, Juan. We've reminisced a little bit, got to know your family a little bit. What are you doing right now? What's in your life? What are you doing?
So I got into the legal business in '07. Back in there was Phillips and Associates in the intake department, and slowly over time I was able to kind of rise up in the ranks, so to speak. And in 2014, Mr. Phillips actually rehired me. I'd gone to a different firm for a couple years. Rehired me to run the intake department. It's very fulfilling work from the standpoint that we know at the end of the day when we leave that we're helping people.
Juan Roque, one of the big heroes of mine and a Sun Devil for
my hero too.